Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my audios. Million, trillion, billion years to come. I do these vocals on my phone. It's not like I'm in a big recording studio and you hear the voice loud and clear. At this time period, I was still in the position where the system still holding on to what belonged to me, and I buy a lot of things and I didn't receive it. But this one called uh, Don't Close Doors That Don't Need to Be Closed. Now, you might ask yourself, what doors uh, need to be closed and what doors do not close at all? I believe don't close no doors. Some doors you just walk away from it. You always want to have entry into all doors. For example, friendship doors. Uh, all friends needed, all connection is needed. Sometimes you're around some people for way too long, and they might just get tired of you. You know, not everyone you tag along with every day, man. Sometimes you just get boring and then sick of seeing you. And then the human energy start to show off, and suddenly you might get pissed off and start to look like a fool in the end. No, you don't do that. Once you see they start to grunch and words start to fling, you have to understand, all right, this person, time to move away from this person. But don't close that door. You don't make the person realize that I see what you're doing, but you my peoples, but I realize it's time to switch up a little. So you start going around that person. Now and then you get that person a phone call. And I say, yo, what's good? Hey, what's going on? Things like that you do. Call them on their birthday, Christmas, send gift, grown people level. On a young people level, you just send a text. If you know their birthday, say, yo, what's up, my people? What's up, man? This is your day, man. How you doing? Reach out and then leave it like that. You must always keep doors open. And say, what happened to this, to Dick, Tom, and Harry? Oh, I see him last year. I didn't see him again. But remember, you never did the person no wrong. You never did the person no harm, so that door is still open. And the same thing goes for female. Some female, you just see the way they're behaving. You as a man, you already know if you take it to the steps of arguing and fight, it's gonna lead into disrespect and insult. You understand? So the best thing to do, you just start drift away slowly. If you drift away slowly from the person, you will always have doors and access with the person. You understand? But the person can't say, well, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. You understand? But when you live together for a period of time, what is going to happen now? The hatred will boil in the relationship. Separated. You understand? There's no doors to walk back in. Some of them relationship break up, you don't have doors to say hello, hi, how you do. Some people will never accept the apology because they're holding on to what you've done. Understand? So that door is closed completely because you didn't realize that you stand to walk away from that doors. But let me tell you something now. If you're a man, all person that you deal with, doors are doors that you do not close. Those are connection, no matter what situation is. Relationship is the same. Every woman you deal with, no matter who she is, she's a door opener. You do not close them. Even if you do wrong to her, you apologize. Some of them will accept and some of them don't. But you go one day, might have a little jam and you might have to call them and question them a few things. Only few female you might find or you might run into are date and love and sex. Who gonna let you walk back and ask for hello? I ask them to just use a phone or use a bathroom. Can I catch on your couch for a day or two? You understand? Things like that is door opener. Instead, you might broke down in the streets and you're with your baby mama and you was with her before, then something happened. You can't get contact with your baby mama, but you could contact that woman that you used to be with And then she could come to see you understand? And help you out. But your baby mama might not like that, or your another girl might not like that. But you gotta keep your doors open. And they got some doors, you know that if you walk through them, you have to have a mind of staying on your P's and Q's. And for as a job, that's a door opener. So let's say, for example, you're working for a company and you go there for 5 or 10 years, understand? But your reputation that you build up there, those are your door opener. And when I check my situation of doors, all the employees, they're going to say, he always talk back to the manager. He's always fight back. Sometimes he yell, but he always do his work and he's nice to everyone. That's a door opener. So I have a reputation and a recommendation towards anything in that location. You understand what's a door opener? Yeah, this goes for how you treat people. But you must also watch how people treat you and see to avoid the problem to keep the doors open. But there are some people, you don't want to connect to them. You don't even want to know them because you already see that door is going to lead into a dead end. You know, these are some of the things you got to look at. You're going to look at the doors of fame. And you look at the doors of wealth. And you realize only few people have the potential and have the skills to walk through a fame doors. Have you ever heard about people who make it? Actors, musicians, and basketball players, and football players, and all the other things in the world, and rich people and poor people. It's just one person they meet. And some of them just take one action. You understand? But most of the time, it's just a person who have the key for them, which is you call him the gatekeeper. And when the gatekeeper open the doors, he wants something. You understand? Then you have another person like myself now open my own doors. I said something similar like this before, but you have to realize that when I open my own doors, I start to see all the gatekeepers. And I said, well, this is not Malcolm Tom and Marcus Garvey Tom and Tupac and Biggie Tom and those times. This is times where we have technology. I could have mine and just put it on YouTube. So you know what, let me try this way. So I took that way, that was my door open, and then certain things that wasn't happening at that time. So I took my charm and put it together, and this is what it leading to me talking to you like that. And I'm still a musician. I still love doing music. But I check it and say, well, these doors that everybody want to walk into, don't I use the web and walk into them? Because all of them is on the web. You understand? But when I realized that they give order to steal the sing rapper, you understand? That's what happened. When you take your own doors, the gatekeeper now, he might comes with his way and go against his rules. But you have to realize you have to keep your mind open, because where there's not a gatekeeper. Gatekeeper, not gay. Gatekeeper and lesbian keeper, gatekeeper and gangster keeper, and you have mob and mafia, thug, blood, Crips and blood. Gatekeeper. Ain't got the pastor, gatekeeper. If you're going to preach, you're going to have to go to a church to preach, but the pastor and one of the church members have to let you in for you to speak on the pulpit. You have to play a role to get there, but it's all doors. You understand? And then you have doors, imitators, who hear you doing something and take your way and put it to another one who think they do it better. Those doors you don't want to deal with imitators doors, because they don't last for long. What lasts for long is the originator, the creator of the first, because that's always going to be one, or the all things. Ain't going to always one doors. Once you walk through that doors, you should take all your people through that doors. And then, for example, a person give you opportunity. So once a person give you the opportunity, you got to bring your people in. Once you bring your people in, your people who was around you have to bring their people in. But when you check the front line of the door open, only few men and few women can bring in one of their friends. Few of them. Few. I did admire Oprah and her friend. You understand? And I noticed Oprah get on and Oprah bring in her friend. You Understand? And then she introduced, but she don't introduce other people to Oprah. She introduced them to other connections she got. And then I watch rappers, and I notice they're bringing groups. I'm observing them, so you're bringing groups, so that's your people. So who your people bring in? Then most of them don't bring no one in. I watch the reggae music, and once he get on, and he bring in a couple people, they don't really bring in no one after that. The time period just fade. In the 90s, you're bringing this one. He was a front man, everybody danced to him. He know a few people, he put him on and he fade. You're saying a few people introduce into doors. But the best doors you could ever open is your own doors. So no one can dictate your doors. And I said, this is where the problem lies when you open the doors with many gatekeepers around. You understand? I'm a reggae artist. And I've been trying to knock on the fame door for a long time. But no one let me through the door. Every time I go to somebody, turn me down. Because I'm relying on them to put me through the doors that I want. Because that's what everybody thinking. And that is the bull crap way. The right way is to create your own doors. Set your own foundation so they come to you. If they don't come, you just keep going and take their fame. And take their money and take their shows. That's how I see it. And that's go for anything. But if you see an athlete get on, who you see the athlete put on? No one. And if the athlete should put on someone, who that person comes going to put on another person. By the time he does that, the time period fade. Understand? So you got to make sure you'll be on point and on time and know what you're doing in these days. Understand? Because in million, trillion, billion years to come, you're going to realize, as soon as you get out of school, another person fail. As soon as you go up, another person go down. Understand what is all doors closing and open. Now you got to check what side you on, how much doors you. Like, all right, you are in a group of people that want trying to make something different. Yeah, have you ever checked one day out your life and said, what door are you open? We all want to get on. You know, we all want to get rich. We all want to get top of the world. And what door are you open? You're just coming around, lamping around, but you ain't open on doors. You're supposed to be open doors, either writing posts, you understand? Getting the word out somewhere. You gotta have some doors you're trying to knock on. You understand? You can see people knocking on doors, but there's someone there's taking what he knocking on and putting it through the doors, because that's what the gatekeeper they do. You understand? What they do now, they see you knocking, bong, 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 bong with some to bring in front of the people. And then suddenly, before you bring it to the people, he took that knock you doing and give it to someone else. But you'll be like, but if you got the internet, that's a different thing. You just put the word out. Understand? But you have to understand, when you're pushing to make a change, watch the doors and you knock on, and watch the doors and you open. Understand? And watch who is around you opening doors. Understand? Because some doors is no doors. Some people have no doors at all. Some people just there lamping like their house. You know, the only time he open doors is when he have a key and open up into a car. Understand? You got to open your doors then, bro. This audience like I'm trying to open door, I'm trying to get to you. Make you realize I could kick rhymes and I could talk and I could do me and I got, my mind up here. So if somebody tell you I'm not in my right mind, you hear the audio. If you're on a different level, you're going to hear it. But some people cannot hear it. Some people think it's sick to say it because they're caught up in society. Those are the ones who don't try to open doors. Those are the people who just join dead-end doors. They just walk dead-end all the time. They have a blank mind. They have no touch. They have no movements. You understand? But you cut down your movements and open doors, and never you shut down your movements and open doors. Because sometimes you have to shut them down smart. You understand? Remember the stopper. What the stopper do? The stopper close doors. What the blocker do? The blocker block doors. You see what the fighter do? The fighter fight to open the doors that block. You understand? And fight to open the doors and keep it open that they're trying to stop. That's what the fighter do. Understand? And the fighter knock and punch. But if you're using your mind to knock and punch, doors will open and you get your breakfast and you get your lunch. Same thing goes for love and everything you're doing in society. Understand? Remember, the word out your mouth, the Bible says, reveals who you are. Don't be an imitator, be an originator. The earth only respect what's created by the originator. The fake will always fade, but the real one will always listen to the real one, and the fake one will to gravitate to the fake ones. Just watch life and you will see that for yourself.